Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm helping you level up your communication skills. And in today's episode, we're entering the world of writing skills to talk about how we can write every single day. For how long, Armani? Forever. 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 And at this point, when I said the phrase forever, a lot of people are going to tune out because this is a mighty commitment. Whenever we're doing something repetitively for an extended period of time, commitment can scare off people who are never committed in the first place. But there's a few people whose curiosity just got engaged. Forever, you say? Continue on. I will continue on. In terms of writing, we have to understand a few of the valuable traits that it can give to us on a very personal level. Too many valuable traits to count. Heck, I could write a whole book on it. But I'm going to list out a few which can resonate with anyone that is living a human life. Added clarity in terms of thinking, better articulation skills, stronger emotional resilience, stronger memory. And let's just say you're going to be one of those people who are more mature for your age because you have learned the art of introspecting. These are just a few of the tips and valuable ways that writing will benefit into your life. Once we internalize the value, at this point, we're still met with a crossroad. Armani, I didn't need you to list out these 5 benefits. I already knew it. But there's still a problem. Despite me knowing these benefits, I start writing, I'm going for a couple of days, then I quit. I restart the journey, and I go for a couple of days, and then I quit. What gives? What gives is that there's 2 modes of writing out there. One mode is when you are writing for yourself. The other mode is when you are writing for yourself, plus you're inviting others to join in on the journey. A couple of years back, I was having issues in terms of gaining weight. My fraternity brother, his name was Sonny. Sonny had the exact opposite issue. He was one of those people who could never lose weight. He eats one Dunkin' Donuts donut and he's gaining all these pounds. Me, I'm missing one meal and I'm losing all these pounds. We were in a very tricky situation. But despite both of us being very different, both of us had the identical goal. Both of us wanted to get abs. We wanted to be shredded. We wanted to have a beach body. So you know what we did? We decided that we were going to set a friendly bet. The loser had to take the winner out into wherever restaurant that they desired. We were going to give ourselves 5 months in order to get in shape. For me, gain some weight and get ripped. For him, to lose some weight and get ripped. And within 5 months, we were going to evaluate who won the bet. By the time the 5 months were up, I ended up winning. Much love to you, Sonny, but I ended up winning. But when I looked at Sonny, he didn't look like a loser to me. He looked like a winner because he too ended up getting his abs as well. So both of us won because both of us ended up putting pressure on ourselves. In terms of writing, we need to understand which boat we fall in. Are we currently just writing for ourselves, or are we currently writing for ourselves plus inviting other people in? With this path, you're predominantly writing in a journal. And let's say you're doing this journal by yourself. If you're like most people out there, you don't want someone reading your journal. Maybe when you die, you don't mind too much. But when you're alive, someone else reading your journal is a sign of disrespect. So with this, it's an isolated act. That's a good part. It's isolated, so you can be much more raw and much more unfiltered. The con is that you need much more willpower because no one is monitoring you. Do you have that willpower? Are you someone who enjoys writing? If so, there should be an addiction towards it. And if there is an addiction towards it, you're not going to be starting up and quitting, starting up and quitting. So this path may be the current path that you're following, but it may be wise to switch it up to this path, where this time you are writing and inviting others to join along in the journey. And what does this entail? This entails public writing, such as Twitter, such as blogging, and such as a daily email list. I would say that from these three, I currently leverage all three. Doing a blog takes a lot of work, so it's something that unless you're very committed to, you may not be able to do every single day. So let's put this one down. Twitter and email list, you can easily do every single day. Plus, these two actually create a synergistic force off of one another. Twitter is a free tool. You just gotta create a profile and you write little tweets on it. The question is, email list. How are you going to grow this email list? Are you going to get Facebook ads traffic and send it over to your list? Maybe, but that costs money. Let's say you're not trying to put down money right now. How about you use a free source to get traffic? You know, like Twitter. You can use Twitter to write down your daily thoughts, build an audience, and funnel that audience into an email list. Why build an email list? An email list is extremely potent because what it allows you to do is it allows you to build a personalized audience. And in this realm of the email, you are king. In terms of Twitter, you're over here being scrolled upon with all these other tweets. In the world of email, you are either the king or the queen. And what you're capable of doing is putting pressure on yourself, sort of like Sunny and I were doing in order to hit our goals. Would we have been able to get those abs without one another? Sure, maybe. But when we had one another, there was this pull that was taking us and forcing us to that goal. We could do the same thing in terms of writing. With this email list, as we get our first ever subscriber and see that first subscriber turn into 2 subscribers, those 2 subscribers turn into 4, and so on, eventually, these people are serving as the Sunny in our lives. These people are eventually expecting us to write every single day. We're not writing for them though, we're actually writing for us. What do I write about, Armani? You write about anything that you're curious about. Anything that engages you, write about that. That's how you get started off in the writing process. You associate an empowering feeling with this act, that over time, a niche starts to form around you. When I was first starting my Twitter account and my email list, I didn't know that I was going to be known for communication skills. It was simply a niche which emerged from my personality. And this form of writing tactic allows you to write with joy. When you write with joy, you're not trying to act like a clown that's moving around for attention. You're providing value on skills that you live, you embody. If you practice what you preach, you never run out of content material. And with this path versus this path, there's pressure. Other people are creating an expectation for you. Even though their expectation for you comes secondary to your expectation for yourself, there's still expectancy involved, which adds pressure, which creates that pull towards that goal. That's how you motivate yourself to write every single day. Armani, I know this is a little late for me to ask you this question, but why should I listen to you? How do I know you write every single day? You can learn this and verify this for yourself by following me on Twitter, where thus far I've written every single day for 1,000 days plus, or you can subscribe to my daily email list where I have written every single day for 800 days plus. Verify for yourself, and then once you have verified for yourself, how about you try it out in your day-to-day life? Writing is one of those acts which makes you a better speaker, which makes you a clearer thinker, which gives you added confidence. But most importantly, it allows you to learn how to think. Writing and thinking should not be separated. They are sort of like water and ice. The fool thinks water and ice are made of different content. The wise person understands that water and ice are the exact same, just different forms of one another. Likewise, writing and thinking are the same exact things. It's just different forms of one another. What are you waiting for? Write every single day. For how long? Forever? Forever. Thank you for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you on the next episode.